Alright, welcome back to another 3v3 Fastest Map Possible on StarCraft Remastered. Uh, we're doing another double feature here for you again, just because I got so many that I've got to get through. This is definitely a good problem to have. Do not get me wrong. So we're going to go ahead and start on Fastest Map Possible 35. I'm pretty sure, even though it says that the date's 2025, that's not accurate. I think this one was done in 2018 because that's when I was playing with this guy, Abyssal Minstrel. That's a friend of mine that I played with back in the day. Looks like we teamed up on this game together to play. Alright, so let's go ahead and set it on 2 speed. Toss sauce, baby, yeah. Interesting. Alright, so a lot of communication going on early on. So here I am in the top left-hand corner. Protoss. Wild play. Okay, so Abyssal Minstrel over here at the top right corner. And then our other friend is this Terran, or this Protoss down here, Philosopher 3. And then we're going against this Protoss, AUQUPE, this Protoss, Raziel for Crazy, and then the Punisher down here, the lone, not Protoss. So this guy is the Terran. Alright, so first thing I always love to do is an APM check. Let's see sort of what's going on in that department. Everyone fairly low in this one, so no one above 100 or going, into the, 3 or 400s. Oh, here we go. Punisher's actually into the hundreds here. He just was dealing with something that was down there. Alright, here we go. We just identified that there's a Protoss down here. I've got a couple Zealots up. This guy's got Zealots. This guy's got Zealots. It's really going to be about upgrades, I think, in a game where you're playing against a lot of people that are the same race as you. Really got to focus on those upgrades. So I'm getting my little line of things ready. Alright, they're attacking. Alright, let's slow this down now. Alright, so they're attacking over here. Purple actually was sort of cannon rushing this guy, and he's got it right where he wants it. Now he's sending his guys in. I'm sending my units in to try to sort of help finish this guy off. Alright, it's a pretty good start for the team. So Brown's down here sort of regrouping, and so is White. White's trying to send some stuff up. Man, we're sending so many Zealots. Look at that. Zealot City of all different colors. Alright, so we're pushing, taking out the photon cannons. We're not doing as much damage as I would have thought or hoped. I guess now we're in on the probes, and that's when things are going to be really difficult. Alright, so we're going after the Nexus. Still getting things at the base. We're destroying all these different Nexuses. There we go, we did take the Nexus out. So this guy Orange is in an awful lot of trouble. And he's got Marines and Medevacs, or medics. Does he have his Academy though, I guess? Nope, not seeing the Academy. So he's trying to help by sort of cutting off and occupying the reinforcements, but there's just too many Zealots. That's really all we've got to do is do that. I do have upgrades coming. Alright, I don't see... Does he even have a forge? Oh yeah, there's his forge. Alright, here's orange building in this base. We just have some zealots that he's setting randomly up here. Alright, so he's building down here. He knows he's dead. Yeah, he's looking to try to get up in here. Alright, so... it's basically a 3-on-2 now. Brown kind of moving up. He's got a lot of medics. He's got his tanks now. If we let him macro up, he could be dangerous, but we'll see. I think right now we just attack white with everything we got. I mean, I don't know why we would wait. I've got a lot of my upgrades coming. Getting more gas. See, I just played back. I would have had this whole gas thing filled on this side right here if I was playing now. I just can't help but sort of slow down once I get the first bit started. I mean, like, look at this. This is fine, but like, it's just... I have no defenses with photon cannons at all. I was like, go Brown. Brown's probably going to be hard to crack with all this. But we've got a lot. I mean, look at all these zealots. Oh my gosh. We're also building dragoons now. All of us but purple. I do think the time is now to attack these guys. I think the longer we wait, the worse things are going to be. I think the fact that I have no detection is going to come back to bite me in the butt. I just feel it in my bones. He sees the DDTs. They're a little bit more secured from it than us. He's like, retreat, and I'm like, fuck it, let's roll. We are getting the tank. We were still getting a lot of work done on Brown. I like how he warned me that there were Dark Templar, and I was just like, let's go! Alright, so those are proving to be quite the problemo. Blue, probably dealing with it the best. I have absolutely nothing to deal... Okay, now I'm starting to get some detection. Not a lot, though. Maybe enough to save me. Alright. Brown and white are getting together now. They're thinking about what they want to do. He doesn't have any upgrades. Pretty sure I'm at ones at least now, right? Yeah. Not ones, too, but I have attack. +1 attack. Yeah, I'm building the observational building. Purple's building up here to stop orange. Observers in air. Okay. He's right. See, this is why I like this guy. I think I'm a little overconfident. Even though we do all have armies. See, now we're letting this guy set up. Yeah, we were silly. Gosh, getting the Dark Templar was so smart. Now this guy's building a base over here. Alright, so let's speed up until something happens, because right now everyone's just sort of pussyfooting around. I do got the upgrades going. I mean, they're maxing out at this point. Okay, well, I don't think we gotta wait because they're gonna come for him. All right, so they're attacking this guy. Let's zoom out a little bit and see this big battle. Yeah, purple doesn't have nearly enough. And look, he's got They're doing such a good job sort of like sealing us off. But look, we've got detection now, so I can take out these Dark Templar. Alright. So Dark Templar being taken out and walked over. Oh man, I don't think we have enough. Now we do have, it's all Dragoons, so if these Zealots can get through, oh man. They delayed this so well though. Alright, so we're moving in. I am getting in on these guys. Alright, well, yeah. I agree. If you want to do it, do it. Alright, so blue's now going after brown, which is smart. I'm still sort of cutting off. Now, this is only smart because now I'm cutting him off from being able to get his units where they need to be. Still upgrading. Got my Reavers randomly coming, because of course. Alright, so now we're kind of attacking white and attacking brown. I think we just attack white here and we're good. Alright, so I'm getting in on white. I said we attack white, yeah. If we got an observer there, there's nothing he can do. Here come my Reavers. So they're still killing this guy. What they really need to be doing is pulling out and helping over here. See, now, I don't think he's going to be able to get in because the Reavers are going to be helping. Got more Zealots coming in. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Alright, even I've got some Dark Templar now. Oh, and he doesn't have any stuff to stop them. These Reavers are going to be crucial here. Alright, so we're still sort of streaming units in. Alright, I'm like, okay. Let's back out. Blue's just got nothing right now after that battle. Yeah, but see, they're about to move out. We've all got nothing. Now, I've kind of rebuilt enough that this might be okay. I should just really be building Zealots and Dragoons. So they found purple again. That's probably it for purple. You still got so many units over here, too. And I'm just like, let's stream in on white. We were close to breaking white there, but they just had a little bit too much going on. I'm trying to go kill orange, which is probably not the most prudent thing to be doing right now. Yeah, we just kind of screwed this. Gosh, I'm so sick of watching myself play. It's just so painful. I just make such poor decisions. Like, I'm just having these Reavers run around. Alright. This Dark Templar's doing work in there. So, orange is almost up. Blue just doesn't. He didn't rebuild after he had his initial fight. How good cares Arbiters is possible? Yeah, I don't think we have a shot. I think this is pretty much close to being over. Yeah. This is maybe one of the first games I played with Abyssal Minstrel. Maybe how we became friends. I do like that he was trying to strategize and figure stuff out, but we were just not good enough. Now blue doesn't have anything to defend with, and he's going to die. I'm trying to send in reinforcements, but there's nothing to do, and that's pretty much all she wrote there. Yeah. Yep, it's a good game. So again, just gotta keep building up. Gotta get detection. Really, the big change there was the Dark Templar. That was, you can't let the Dark Templar reign free. You gotta have that detection free, free and available to you. All right, so that's that one. Looking at unit, I do get to pump out the units, but if you look at the resources and the structures, I'm always behind in those. Look at that. Gas mine, always last place. That was one of the last structures. Besides him, he had 50 structures and he was dead half the time. So, just got to keep working on stuff. Definitely better now than then. I can confidently say. Thank goodness. Alright. Next one is number 74. So, this one is from, let's see, May 31st, 2021. So I did get the date right on that one. Looks like a 20-minute game, and thank the sweet heavens above I'm not in this one. So this is one I was able to watch. So let's watch it now. Ooh, I actually really love this map, that the green map. Yeah, this is a map, this is probably one of my favorite Fastest Map iterations, just because I like the green, like grass look. I just think the map's pretty cool. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at the teams. The top middle, you've got Harry XD1. On his team, right next to him, the Zerg Calixades. And then also on their team, all the way down here by his lonesome, is ARG33. And that is a super unfortunate place to be. All the way down there by yourself. And then the other team up here in the top left corner is Raven 17333, the Terran, and we've got Mustang down here, the Teal Zerg, followed by the Brown Protoss Lemguizines. Okay, so here we go. Go ahead. He's going ahead and getting his front taken care of. Gotta like the looks of that. We've got 3 barracks over here. We've got a hatchery coming here and there. We've got barracks over here with a factory, quick factory behind it at 2 minutes 50 seconds. Gotta love to see that. All right, over here, sort of standard opening with a forge and some protections, getting his gateways up, and then over here some hatcheries. Let's go ahead and do an APM check. If you're looking over here, no one at 100 besides Mustang, but everyone, fairly close to it. I think it looks like the bottom half team with Mustang on them has the higher APM just team-wise, but I mean, overall it looks pretty even, so this could be a pretty even encounter, so we'll see what happens here. Alright, so Gray's got a nice little forcey poo here. Alright, you got Hydralisk coming out over here. You got a bunch of Marines over here. This guy's also got a bunch of Marines. This looks like probably how I would start. Just get a bunch of barracks and start pumping out Marines. This guy, it's all about his front. He set himself up, but I guess he's just getting his economy ready and has the front looking menacing enough that no one's going to come after him. Alright, so we're in a little bit of a stalemate. Let's go ahead and check and see, while we're waiting for things to happen, where the upgrades check is. We're seeing an evolution chamber being made right now. Over here we're not seeing any. Over here we got the forge going with some stuff. You got the Hydralisk going here. Alright, so here comes red. Alright, so he sees brown. He's like, alright, let's move in on this. I don't know if this is the best exchange. Yeah, he moves out. He did take out those cannons. He honestly might have had I don't know. That's a lot of zealots. That would have been a close battle. If he just gets one tank out, though, to help with this. Oh, yeah, now he's got Hydralisk support. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's slow this down. So they're moving in on this guy. He does have these photon cannons that are helping. Alright, only one left. Alright, no, he's got 2 left. One's really low. Alright, they're doing a pretty good job holding this little like blockade here. A lot of guns being shot though. Oh, there's 3 more zealots. Remember, they can heal the Hydralisk too, the medics can, so. Alright, so they move in on this guy. Alright, they get that last photon cannon. Now they're blasting these gateways down. Alright, this guy's going to sort of have to abandon his plan that he was setting up just to build a bunch of photon cannons. Alright, so while that's going on, everyone's just sort of watching this happen. I don't know why his friends aren't sending at least something to help. Yeah, they're just moving in on this guy just as a team, just gang rushing him. And they have one of every type of race too, so it's a little bit of everything that they're throwing at him. Alright, so he's just getting a lot of cannons, so he's going to be safe until tanks come. I don't know why this guy's just building vultures. Oh, somehow I missed a lurker getting in here. I can't even tell who that's from. Totally missed how that got in here. Let's go back a little bit. I'm gonna go that far. Alright, so they're attacking this guy. This fight's occurring. Alright, now while it's occurring, this guy just walks up and puts some lurkers right in the front. He does get that missile turret up, but it's just right there, so he walks right by it. Wow. Tricky play. Dude, I hate seeing lurkers work like this just because it's so frustrating. Alright, so they're just going to waltz right into the base. Ooh, that bunker's right there to do some protections, but... Now, actually, he put it in range of the missile turret, so those are all going to go down. So that's why there's only one left right now, but it's still in a very, very, very bad place. And it can continue to attack the mineral line, too. I don't know if he does. Should have just kept those there just as a distraction. Alright, so that's happening while these guys are trying to figure out what to do there. So that puts Red in a real bind. So Red's basically can't do anything until he gets rid of this one lurker. So we've got that going on. This guy's up here. He's got himself a nice little grouping. He could probably come help his partner if he wanted, but he's just going to say no. Alright, so this guy's just sort of pumping Hydralisk out of these 3 hatcheries. I don't know if he has plans to get any bigger. Yeah, so this is kind of a group of people that are just sort of building the original buildings and just throwing what they can out of there. Alright, no upgrades on those Marines, but they're coming out. No upgrades on those Hydralisks. Alright, so this guy's moving out to at least see if he can help his friend a little bit. Alright, this guy's continuing to just build cannons only. I'm telling you, dude, if you had built one siege tank... Yeah, this guy just must be beside himself. I think it's right out of range where he can still heal it and get the minerals from it. But he can't do anything else. I mean, if I were him, just... You're still getting money. Build up around it. He's still getting gas and getting minerals. Like, build up above here or something. You've got an SCV right there. Yeah, it's very, like, disorienting to have that happen to you. Alright, this guy's just sort of slowly macroing up. This Zerg's looking like he's pretty, or he's got the one on attack. This guy's getting his starports up now. This guy getting extra defenses. He's not really looking like much of a threat. So yellow, gray, and red. Man, yellow, gray, and red. That team is not looking very strong right now. Alright, so he does finally get his Comstat station up. Takes that lurker out, so now he can sort of get back to work pretty quickly. He's got to make sure he doesn't let any of these lurkers back in. That this guy looks like he's getting ready for a drop, maybe. We'll see. Alright, so things have calmed down. Not really much has happened. That big attack initially, and then this guy's sort of stabilized. Now he's finally building like some units. This guy's just sort of slowly, oh, excuse me, sorry for that, getting his getting another hatchery up. Now he's getting a spire. He's having a little trouble with minerals right now. Doesn't really have a ton of guys on minerals. That's probably why. And over here you got probably so much more. Yeah, at least 12. Alright, this guy's getting air upgrades. Looks like he's getting ready to do some air along with these dragoons. This guy's getting out science vessel. He's got Goliaths. This guy just got Hydralisks. He's starting to get all of his tech up. Then we've got Red sort of getting back together. I wonder what Red's plan is going to be from here on out. Brown now's got his zealots going. This guy's finally got tanks. He's like, he can even put tanks right here and start blasting this guy. Alright, so we'll speed things up until someone does something. I mean, my goodness, this is just sort of a stalemate of macro. Alright, so people are getting their armies together. You can see Brown's got an army going. Red's got his army going. Teal's got some Mutalisks out. Alright, finally someone decides to move out. So Olive and Yellow are going to get in a little bit of a scuffle. These unupgraded Marines are just getting absolutely slaughtered. Alright, Gray coming over to sort of help out. Alright, he moves in on him, but he runs into a wall of tanks. Alright, so that was a short-lived attack, just sort of, you know, seeing what's out there. I don't know if that was maybe even just a supply drop so he can build something else. He is building battle cruisers now. Quite honestly, why not? Like, everyone's just sitting here getting maxed out. Like, alright, so here we go. Here's a fight. Brown's like, let's get going. So Brown, the person who got units the last out of everyone, is now attacking Red. Red's got just a ton of tanks, but really nothing behind the tanks. I don't know if this is going to be enough to stop all these zealots. Gotta get those Goliaths up there, buddy. They're getting Red on top of those siege tanks. He probably was better off just not sieging them. Alright, so looks like he will hold here, though. Marines come up. Goliaths are shooting. I mean, he's certainly in trouble, but oh man, so here comes Gray right off of that. That could be bad. Alright, so where's the help from this guy? He's just getting assaulted. Oh, here comes this dude. Alright, so Red does have Goliaths. So he could be ready for this. I don't know what his teammates are doing, just sitting here doing nothing to help. Alright, he's coming in with the Mutalisks and the Hydralisks to go after these Guardians that have 2+ shields, which is interesting. These Hydralisks are also upgraded, yes. They have 1 shield, 2 attack. So this Teal's doing a really good job upgrading. That seems to be the difference there. Alright, so he's just stopping Yellow from really being able to do anything. Yellow's just like move commanding these guys towards that Guardian. They're gonna die because there's a giant force of Hydralisks right next to them. Alright, so these Guardians are still taking out Red. I think Red's probably dead. He's still fighting real hard. I think it's that extra carapace that just is really just keeping those things alive. Gray actually has units that could help, but they're just sitting there not helping him. I just don't get it. Like, what are you doing, dude? probably back at base just trying to macro up again. Yeah, so he's there. Yellow is starting to get some carriers to come along with what he's got, but he's about to be 2-on-1 because his friend's about to be killed. Oh man, look at TL just absolutely dumping on this guy. This is a tough one to watch too. Sometimes these games are just tough to watch. We'll just watch people just allow their partners to die. All right, here comes Gray. Gray does have ones on his attack, but it's just a little too late. There's just too much here. Brown's still here with the zealots. A lot of units just sitting around doing nothing. Alright. So Brown just like untouched. This guy untouched. They basically left all three of these guys completely untouched the entire game. And oh look, they're just like maxing out and getting battle cruisers and shit. Like, what the hell do you think is gonna happen? I'm definitely not, like, at the very least, I'm not a wait around kind of guy. Like, I'm not gonna just sit about and do nothing. Like, I don't know what Yellow's doing. Like, when is he gonna do something? Alright, so they're about ready to finish off Red. Alright, so here comes Yellow fighting the battle cruisers. Oh, and he shot, I think he shot one of those EMP blasts, because those carriers are getting absolutely destroyed. You're not really he didn't really do a very good job of placing those. He just ran them right into that giant fleet of battle cruisers. Alright, the Devourers now came and helped too. Alright, so now Brown. Alright, so now they're just going to attack Yellow. Let's see how Yellow can hold here. He's just going to have a giant force of everything coming his way. Alright, so he does have carriers. Those should help. He's got some Dark Templar to come in there. Those can actually be crucial if this guy does not have any detectors. I mean, that's a pretty good hold. He only took out like 4 cannons. The problem is it's going to be non-stop, and like, he's not going to have any help from anyone else. Like, Gray is just like, what's Gray doing? Watching this happen. Here he comes with his battle cruisers. He's bringing in all of his tanks and Goliaths and everything. Hydralisks are coming in. Devourers are shooting down the carriers. I mean, this is just a clinic in teamwork. My goodness. They just attacked so well together, but they were untouched the whole game. I think this game is gonna have to be called the Untouchables, because these guys were just allowed to build their bases up however they wanted with like no repercussions. The only thing that happened in the beginning was they destroyed this front area right here and forced him to build all these cannons. But then they didn't do any kind of follow-up on it because of that lurker. And then this guy just got to build, like, I mean, look at this base, it's just absurd. Alright, so this guy gets beat. Yeah, I don't know how long Gray decides he wants to last in this. Yeah, he just leaves. So yeah, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. If you let people just sit back in this game and build, like, unless you like that kind of macro-like game, like, you know, it is fun to build like 1,000 production facilities and start having these battles, but it's going to end pretty quickly if you're not helping your teammates and you're not wondering or seeing what's going on the map. Again, we've had the beauty of not having fog of war, but gotta do better than that. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I'm going to keep trying to plug through these. That's another 2 off the board, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good night.